Hey guys, VCcoins Nevada back. Glad to see you guys back. I've been off for probably a week with a few issues that I had, but I'm back. Feeling good. Back in business. Miss all you guys. Trust me. Uh, not melting is like not driving a sports car to me. I got to get in there and do it. You know what I'm saying? But also, why this thing's heating up and the copper's heating up. I wanted to answer a few questions that people ask me. They're asking me what kind of machine did I buy. This is basically a machine I bought off of Amazon. I think it was like $275 with free shipping. It's a generic brand. All it says is melting furnace. It's probably, I'm sure it's made in China. It's a 1 kilogram, 1 kilo melter. So basically it'll hold 1 kilo of melted metal. Of course, you don't want to fill it all the way to the top with 1 kilo, but it will hold up to 1 kilo of melted metal. The only downfall on this machine is the crucibles on this. They're fairly small on the top. So if you're going to go ahead and melt 1 ounce copper rounds like this, you have to bend them to put them in the top, to drop down in the middle to melt them. So that's the only downfall of that. Otherwise, you have to you can buy these smaller 1/4 ounce rounds, copper rounds. Problem is with these, people want a premium for these little small copper rounds, and you really don't get your money's worth out of them when you're melting copper. So people just want too much money for these little small suckers. Or you can melt copper scrap, which is fine. It'll do fine for that. Copper wire, you can melt copper wire. You can melt anything in here you want to, aluminum, copper, brass, gold, whatever you want to do. But just remember the smaller machines, these 1 ounce rounds, you'll have to bend the coin a little bit to get them down in there. So just heads up on that if you plan on buying one. If I had to do it all over again, I'd probably buy one, a little bit bigger one. But don't get me wrong, this one's done great for me. I've never had a problem with it. I keep it clean. I'm big on keeping my equipment clean. You treat your equipment right, it'll treat you right back at you. So I make sure everything's cleaned up all the time, make sure everything's ready to go. And another thing, when you buy these, you're not just buying the machine. You got to remember you're going to be buying other stuff to go along with it. You got to have your safety gloves. You got to have your safety glasses. You need definitely need to have one of these on hand. This is an ABC fire extinguisher. You can buy one of these for 20 bucks at Home Depot or Lowe's. Keep this close to you because you never know what might happen, especially when you're in your garage or an inside environment like I am. So you got to make sure that you're prepared for any emergency that might happen. So I am. I have this baby ready for me. If something happens, I can put a fire out real quickly. So just remember this stuff when you buy all this stuff. You got when you buy the machine, count in all this stuff with it. Just make sure you have all the safety equipment to go with it so you don't get hurt. Just one little piece of metal splashing out on your could splash into your eyeball or whatever. So make sure you have your glasses on because it can blind you in an instant. And just make sure you're safe. Safety gear is the most most important thing you can do. The machine's that's just the machine, but there's so many other things that goes with it. Just make sure you have everything handy and ready to go in case something happens. A crucible. Everybody that melts wants to get every dollar or dime they can out of their crucible before they have to throw it away. But there's a limit where you can push these crucibles where they can actually get so worn out that the metal can actually fall out through the bottom and then cause a major fire. And you don't want that to happen. So you're better off just spending another 35, 40 bucks for another crucible. And I know everybody wants to get their money's worth out of mine. I do the same thing. I push it to the limit. But just be safe. And you can know when you lift your crucible out of the machine and you can see the molten metal floating around through the crucible, you know it's time to throw it away. You know, it's just time to use a new one. It's just everybody knows that it melts, and it's been melting for a little while now. Just throw it away and get rid of it, and be done with it. You don't want to jeopardize your safety or burn down your house or anything like that for a $40 piece of equipment. So anyway, I'm getting ready to melt some copper here in a minute. I got a new mold here from Penny Queen that we're going to pour tonight, and I'll get back to you guys, and we're going to pour that one first, and then we're going to do a couple Lion's Head, and I got to do some catching up, some people that order some stuff, but just wanted to give you guys a little video on that, and I'll shut up, but just remember those little tidbits that I told you. If you buy one of these machines, all the stuff that goes with it, okay? All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.